when I was a kid, there wasn't nearly as much to choose from as far as just a variety of books. And so I kind of read and reread Narnia. And I remember going to my mom one day and just kind of saying, very sadly, will C.S. Lewis ever write any more Narnia books?
Yeah.
And she looked at me and said, well, C.S. Lewis is dead.
Oh.
And I was like, no. And that was what really, the revelation, the knowledge, the new knowledge of my little young brain that C.S. Lewis was dead was what inspired me to really want to become a writer, a novelist someday, was because I wanted to have more stories available to me that made me feel the way Narnia made me feel. And if he was dead, he wasn't going to do it. And I wasn't finding a whole lot of other authors. Like, I think the exceptions were George MacDonald and, J.R. Tolkien. They were kind of the only other two that I'd found that made me feel the way that Lewis felt. But beyond that, there wasn't anything, in the early 80s, that made me feel that way. So I started to think, well, what if I became an author someday? And it felt really daunting because, you look at a book when you're a small child and you think, how did anybody do this? This is like magic, how do you write a novel? But I carried that desire forward through my young years, and it was when I was about 11 or 12 that I sat down and started trying to write a novel for the first time.